Hello and welcome back to Mars Horizon, where we're leading Japan in the space race. In last episode we completed the milestone, or started to complete the milestone, Mars requirement send lander. If you haven't seen the episode or previous, please find a link in the description below to take you to the playlist for this Let's Play. In this episode we'll be focused on finishing the milestone, Mars requirement send lander. So, in the last episode we launched the Mars requirement send lander, which was successful. So, the next thing to do is do a mid-course manoeuvring in 4 months' time, and in 9 months' time, Mars orbit. So, in the meantime, we've also got some request mission, which is a Neptune mass measurement, which is due in 42 months' time, and that's for mid-course manoeuvring, and then after that, it's the Neptune flyby, which is a total of 12 years from launch. So then the next mission is the Mars requirements, and then we've got a power module, which is due for crew. So, just going back, we have a power module which is going onto the space station to acquire them additional power as they go through forward from there. Then in a minute we now have 87%, so we could do with getting a test pilot. So anything else in here that's more interesting that we could be using? Don't think there's anything that I'm interested in having, so let's look at getting the... Oh yeah, 1 month away from that. Okay, so we'll get you assigned, and we'll get the electrician and the lucky. 92% still good, so we'll get a train on the payload, which assigning. Okay, so you would like that one to be assigned. So I'll assign you then, and assign you. Might be able to change it next month for the advanced test pilot maybe, so we'll see how that goes. We'll launch in 12 months. If we launch next month, yeah. So let's launch in January to get the 99%. So confirm that setup. Go back. Yeah, we've got one mission slot available. I don't think there's much that we're actually wanting to do that we're not planning. Apart from this one does look really interesting about the cosmic wave in the background from the Big Bang. But again, it's just going to get a load of science, which we're already racking the science up because we've finished all the research. So looking forward, as I say, going forward now, we've got the Mars requirement engine habitat, we've finished that. Only the Russians have researched it. Mars requirement send lander, we're 9 months away from this, and the Russians have researched it but not done anything with it. The robotic rover we've done. Only the other NASA's the only one who hasn't researched it, and the Mars Prep Sample Retriever, we're the only ones who have done it, and again everyone else has researched it but NASA. The ground hab, we were third to the mark here, so the Soviets and the Russians beat us to it. So there was at 1998 first place, second place was in 2002, and then we did it in 2008. So the Chinese have been there for quite a while now. So, but that's all they've done. I don't think they've done much else since then. So they put the ground hub there, and it's just sat there waiting for people to come. So it's probably be quite dated by the time it gets there. At least ours is relatively, it's only 2 years old, so it should still be quite modern. So we've got a crewed rover down there as well, and ESA have as well, and the Russians have researched it but haven't completed it. And I think, yeah, it's only us and the Russians who have actually done the research for the crewed Mars landing. But they need to get both of these required missions done to have a chance to actually be able to launch this. But the only mission they've done is the ground tab, so they won't have very good Mars preparation. They only have 25% plus whatever else they've done. So that's the catch up of them. Diplomacy wise, NASA is not doing any research or any upcoming missions. Russia has got no upcoming mission, but they're doing Modular Space Station 1. ESA have no research, and they're doing Saturn Orbiter. We're also very close with ESA to get into the next bracket to be more than friendly with them, so we'll see how that one goes. And the Chinese doing the Mars crewed rover research and the Venus orbit. So yeah, so it's not looking too bad. We're doing pretty good. Let's say Mars readiness. We're maxed out on experience, expertise, and preparations, so we're already at 100%. The Russians are close behind at 70% and 63% for the science. For the Chinese, and ESA is 62%. And then you've got NASA right at the back at 26%. So I'm not sure what's happened with them. We've done the research and we've done one of the required mission, and we're doing the rest of the required mission today. in this episode. And so far we're quite good with our success chance if we do the crewed Mars landed mission. So hopefully they'll be very short in the upcoming mission. So we'll move forward to the next month. We've got some astronauts returning to duty. So if we just go to the power module again, can we go to launch preparation? Can we edit the plan? I'd like to unassign you and add you. Confirm. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And we'll do some payload reliability. But then select date. I think we lost a bit here, but it's not the end of us. We'll confirm that still. And go on and do it next month. Budget we're slowly chipping away to 22. We're getting 969k per month, so we're looking pretty good. Yep, so we've got the power module ready to go. Yeah, it's worth losing a little bit of the payload just to get the test pilot tier 2 astronaut in there to give us that extra couple of percentage. And then here we get the rest of it to get us back to 99%. So let's go. Okay, 23% launch is good. And we will complete the mission ourselves. So power module, January 2001, ESA, looking nice there, shuttle still working well, got to achieve Earth orbit. So we need 19 data, 3 navigation, 39 data and 5 navigation for the bonus. You've got data, comms and power. And we need to get drift under control, so falling outside the parameter will only fail the mission when no turns remain. Drift will be reduced to 0 at the start of the next term. Okay. Yeah, so just in the last term we have to get free drift as such, so no problem. Right, we'll see what we can do back in a second. Okay, we're not back on the last turn, but we're pretty much are, I think. We've got 2 turns remaining, but I've selected the gamma radiation detection into flight path control 3 times. By doing that, it's given us the drift bang on 0. Data is a 40 for the 39. We've got 9 navigation for the 5 navigation, so we should be able to complete this turn. So let's see what happens. We have got some power left over if any fails go on, so we should definitely pass it this turn. So if we do have any issues, which we're not having issues, so as yeah, completed that turn, which is good. So we've achieved Earth orbit, but we now need to deploy the module systems. Yep, deploy module systems, and for this we need 19 comms, 3 navigation, and the bonus is 40 navigations and 40 comms and 4 navigation. But data, power, and crew for secondary, and we've got to get drift to 6. But so falling outside the parameter will only fail the mission when no turns remain, and drift will be reduced to 0 at the start of the next term. So I'll see what I can do and be back in a second. Okay, so we're back on the last term. I've got all the comms we need. Just need some navigation and sort the drift out. So to do this, we're going to use a manual data collection to get 4 comms and also some drift, and then we're going to use the location exploration to do that 3 times, which will give us the drift in order and also give us the navigation that we need. Got 1 power left over if we have any issues. Hopefully we should be fine. Brilliant, that's good news. Again, good command. And a final 14. That's another successful mission completed. With the bonus, we've got a unified engine design. Should be good. I would have said so. Maybe use it, may not use it, but it's still good to have. And our astronauts will spend 12 months aboard the space station, so enjoy your stay. Got a new joint mission for the moon, which is a lunar roving with China, which we're not bothered about, so they can just sit there waiting for that to happen. So, mission-wise, we've got some more slots available, so it's anything that we want to do. And it looks like I think we're actually doing everything now. It's tempted to do... Start planning for this one. Select the payload and build. Go back. So this one here is a CMB mapping, a mission to map the cosmic microwave background, the residual radiation left over from the Big Bang, Studying the CMB will grant crucial insights into history and formation of the universe. So, we'll keep moving forward. And one more turn. Or more. It's ready for the next phase of the mission. We've got a quest mission for Earth Oceans, which is not the best. And we'll continue with phase 2. Mars requirements, send lander, March 2011, phase 2. Execute trajectory correction. Okay, so we need 15 navigation, 8 thrust, 13 navigation, and 15 thrust for the bonus. We've got comms, data, and power, and we have to deal with drift. So falling outside the parameters will only fail the mission when no turns remain, and drift will reduce by 3 at the start of the term. Okay, so shouldn't be too bad a deal. So we need to get a load of navigation up. So to do navigation, the best one is to get a load of comms. So we can put I was going to say, because the best one is that one there for the 8 data, but we need a load of comms to get it. We need comms and data, so we're going to have to do that into that. Spend the comms we have there to get some navigation and drift. Do a mission downlink to get a load of comms to throw back into the mission thrust. Yeah, we have 3 thrust decay in every turn as well. 3 drift decay in every turn. So we'll do the duplicate tracking, Doppler tracking, lossless compression, manual thrust adjustment, and a mission data link. Give us some base resources. The thrust we've got. Let's get some more. We need to get basically 3 additional navigation and have at least 6 data. So let's go with that and get some resources under our belt, and then we can start fine-tuning where we want to go. So far so good. Payload is very reliable. Touch wood, it keeps that way. Okay, so the drift's gone back down to 3, which is okay. So now the best thing we can do is either throw everything into reaching all the power, but that's going to go pretty quick. So we'll keep doing the manual thrust adjustments, and that's using all our data. So what we could do is we could just spend an additional mission. No, we'll do a lossless compression again to keep getting this data, because we need the data for the thrust at the end. But it also gives us 4 it'll give us 4 data, 4 comms as well. So about halfway with the navigation, which is still good. Wow, I just said that we have a fail. The payload was going well, should we say? It will cost additional 2, so I don't want to waste the comms we've got. So let's just spend the resources and power. Okay, looks good. Okay, that might be me undoing spending the power, but we'll see how it goes. Main thing is that we complete the mission, which we should hope be able to do. Okay, so going now, we need to keep going with the manual thrust adjustment for as much as we can take. That gives us over what we need, so we could do that one more time. That will give us 36 extra, which will give us the extra 3 we need for calculated thrust burner. Already got the data that we need. So let's confirm that and just see how we go. Just got that one in, which is good. And the final one, 55%. So we should go back down to -1. So, just thinking, if we do 3 calculated thrusts, and then a Doppler tracking, that would give us everything that we need to complete the mission with some power left over if we have any mistakes. So yeah, 37 for 30, 15 for 15 thrust, and then a drift. So see how that goes. Worst case is we can always finish off in the last term. So far so good. Looking good. Mission successful. So phase 2 complete for the mid-course manoeuvring. And we got the bonus. Looking good. Looks like we've got something on Venus. Oh, a weather report. Shocking that one is. That's what we seem to get. So these two just seem to be generic. They don't seem to change. It'd be nice to see them be updated with more interesting side quest missions to do, but it's fine. That can be always updated. Diplomacy wise, I think everyone's nothing changing dramatically much. They're not seeming to be researching though, which is quite weird because I would have thought they wouldn't have everything researched by now. Well, I know they haven't got everything researched because they haven't researched these. So we'll just have to see how it all goes. So we'll keep moving forward. China's completely drained its flyby. That's what so they're all probably working. As you see all here, they're all sending missions out left, right, and centre. Got a load, so NASA's sending a load out as well. So could be worth starting to plan some of these, I suppose. Now, which one would we want to plan? I would do the Saturn fly, but everyone's done it, so I'm not in the mood just to rush on and do that. I'm actually tempted to do Pluto. Yeah, let's do Pluto. We'll do the Voyager payload. Got a navigation power. Let's do the power one. Increase the build cost. That's fine. Let's go for power and see how well that goes. So let's build that, and let's start getting the Pluto one underway. Because that'll take 5 months to complete as well, and that should work in quite well for the next mission to be ready to go. So we'll do that. Let's move forward next month. We've got a new request mission for a solar observatory. Nothing really worthwhile there, so keep moving forward. China launching Saturn orbiter in 17 months. China's launching the Mars robotic. Mars robotic growth in 22 months. So they're 21 months away from doing that. Bit of a distance here, but 20 months away from launch, that's fine. Still, that's all they're doing, so we'll see how it all turns out. Not much more to do, I don't think. I think we're just literally just sat here waiting for these missions to be completed, so keep going. So the next mission is ready to go. So nothing else to do, I don't think, so we may as well just get on and do it. So Mars requirement send lander August 2011 phase 3. Achieve Mars orbit. Okay, so to do this one we need 18 comms, 5 data and 18 navigation. For the bonus we need 13 comms, 10 data and 36 navigation. We've got power and we've got to do a drift. So correct position is required for complex maneuvers such as docking. Keep drift within the required parameters to complete the mission, complete the task. Falling outside the parameters will only fail the mission when no turns remain. Drift will be reduced by 4 at the start of the next turn, and drift must equal 0 to complete the mission. So, yeah, 4 commands, 6 turns. Let's see what we can do. So it's navigation and comms. We need to keep in parallel as best as we can. So that one, yeah, so it's going to be using navigation to get them, and then to get comms it's about the same really, so it's going to be possibly flicking between the two, but we get some navigate, do a location extrapolation until lossless compression, and then we could do that into a gyroscopic stabilization into a mission data downlink. We'll do that to start with and see how it turns out. Get ourselves some resources going. Nice, yeah, that's good. Clear ping, extra comms. And we lost. Drift has gone down to 4. So we need to keep an eye on the drift, because that's going to drift will be reduced by 4 at the start of the next turn. So we need to get that back on the other side as best we can, otherwise that's going to rapidly go out of control. The drift's only going to be using the power, so that's going to be interesting, but we do get what we want from them, so let's spend some resources getting the drift in order and getting ourselves a load of comms, and then turn that into mission control data to get us some comms. So yeah, do location extrapolation for power, or turn power into 4 navigation and 3 drift. Do that 3 times, gets the drift under control, and then we can turn that into a mission data link, which is 2 navigation and data and a drift, which then gives us 8 comms. But then if we need the data, but that's not dramatic, and we could get 6 there. We're about in level, so we'll keep with that for the minute. Problem is we've got to keep an eye on the power, because if not we're going to run out of power really quickly. That's not worth the power, so let's just accept the loss of one navigation. And get an extra comms there, so that's looking good. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to keep this under control with only having a little bit of power. So, we could use gyroscopic stabilization. We could then use a mission data link, and that just yo's off each other now with the drift. And then do that again. Okay, that seems to be okay. It keeps the drift under control, but next time we're going to lose 4 again though, so that's the only problem. So it's tempting to do all 4 there and just get the comms in order and then just throw a load into this next turn with a few. Get a recharge in there as well to get some more navigation. Yeah, so just do the gyroscopic stabilization 3 times. Yes, it's using a lot of comms, but we can turn that into another comms this turn here while keeping the drift under control as best we can. So we now go back down to 2. If we then use this, that goes the opposite way, doesn't it? Then we could do a, yeah, okay, that would work. Okay. If we did that then, so we do a mission data link twice, which is the 2 navigation and data and a drift to get 8 comms. Then do a location exploration, which is the power to 4 navigation and 3 drift, and then do a telecom upload 2 power, which gives us 5 comms and 2 drift. That'll get the drift roughly into line, and then that'll give us getting us quite close to our comms and navigation, and data's almost there as well. So we'll do that and see how it goes. We've got no power to any further, so we have to accept what comes. So yeah, we haven't got any power at the minute. We need to get the comms back up. Okay, so could do with recharging. The question is, are we going to lose some more so we're going to have to spend some recharge again, because next time we're going to have to get we're going to lose some more. We have to deal with drift again, which is going to be probably 2 of these commands which we don't actually need. So let's do some recharge. If we recharge all 4 turns, can't do that because we need to get some of the drift going. Not that one. Could do 2 there, and then next turn we'll lose 4 drift. We'll have to do with 5, which is 2 powers of these 2. That may be good enough. Oh no, because that's 3 powers to be fair, but I'll have to do 2 on that one, which would be enough because I need to get some more comms. I suppose that would actually work quite well because that gives the comms in order. We'll be 4 short for the for the navigation, but we'll have 5 drift to deal with, which would equal 2 power, which we haven't got. So if we recharged all 4 times, that won't be good enough because we're going to lose 4 drift here as well, so that's going to be worse. And if we recharge twice there, that would give us down to 4. We'd have to then power there. Which way does that go? That will go the opposite way, but if we did that, that will give us drifted. That will give us the comms, which will give us the 2 there. We'd then have no power to do the extra drift here, but we could do some more comms here. 1 comms, maybe? I think we'll do that and see how it goes. Perfect. Right, let's see how this goes. So we're going to do that for the navigation, to get the comms. We then need to have to do that twice, and then if we do, preferably have to do that, but I don't think we're going to get the bonus now because we need to. Yeah, we're just shy of 2. If I recharged, still need to do that one into that. Yeah, I can't see it being possible. Okay, so need to get rid of 4, so we need to get some more. Now that would do it. So if we do a lossless compression, the location extrapolation, gyroscopic stabilization, and a lossless compression would have 1 power left over. Drift in order: 36 comms for 36, 18 data for 10 data, and 40 navigation for 36 navigation. Let's confirm that. Okay, 82 is good. 21's good. 76 looks good. And a 57, sorry. Nice. Okay, so we've achieved that milestone first in Mars requirement send lander. And we got the milestone for being first and also the bonus. Continue. Okay, so that's looking good. What's happening over here now? So Mars requirements, we've now pretty much finished everything here first apart from the ground tab, which is not good, but not too bad. We can now actually do the crewed rover. We don't think we can do the diploma one because we require maximum reputation with NASA. So we could probably do it at VSA if we had a bit more reputation with them, but we're not going to do a joint mission, are we? Come on. So we can now start looking at planning the crewed Mars landing. So setting foot upon Mars will be a landmark in human history. To accomplish such a feat will require the ingenuity and expertise of thousands of agency staff, including astronauts brave enough to undertake the journey, making humans a multi-planetary species will be our greatest challenge and our greatest achievement. And so far, Japanese Space Station has led the way in that front, so we are making the greatest achievements and sacrifices, because we have had a few sacrifices on the way. But on that astounding successful mission, though, I would say that's the end of this episode. So thank you very much for watching episode 37 of Japan's Let's Play. If you like the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next episode of Mars Horizon.